Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
RIP, the AAC. The American Athletic Conference is renaming itself the American Conference, and they come with a new mascot, and his name is Soar the Eagle.
Soar opens his mouth and I'm proud to be American starts playing.
The American.
Proud to be the American.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's check the over-under totals. Alabama, Georgia, and Texas all at 9.5. LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee at 8.5.
I love Ole Miss over the 8.5.
I think Ole Miss can win 9.
But Ole Miss, they're gonna, Ole Miss, they're gonna lose to Arkansas week 3.
But they could go 9-3. Like Ole Miss winning 10 games
they always
is always
pull some
like
crap like that.
Ole Miss winning 10 can seem a bit of a stretch, but they can win 9.
They're gonna lose at Kentucky week 2.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He tasted me off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel. It's time for our Pick Six, Mike. 6 classics that we're most looking forward to in the 2025 football season.
Las Vegas, obviously, that's the Grambling State University, Jackson State University clash. They're taking 2 iconic HBCU brands going to an NFL stadium in Las Vegas.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
Here we go. It's noon on GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It is the Wednesday, July 30th, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, Joe Tomic is the executive director of the FedEx St. Jude golf tournament. The FedEx Cup is coming to Memphis in a little over a week, and we will find out what all we need to know about this year's version of the tournament. In addition to that, Jessica Benson always joins us on Wednesdays. She will be here later in the show. Woke up this morning to some incredibly impactful news regarding the local franchise. The Memphis Grizzlies are going to be headed overseas in January, and the NBA announced they are part of a 2-game tour in Europe this year. We will get to all of that. We'll get to all the news and notes of the day. Joe Tomic's going to join us. Jessica Benson's going to join us. It's a Wednesday. It's hot out, but smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Yeah. I hope everybody's having a good day. All right, got a bunch of stuff to get to, not the least of which is the big news about the local franchise that broke this morning, right when we woke up, that the Grizzlies are going to be playing 2 games overseas this upcoming season. We will get to all of that. Before I get to anything, I welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Body Spray Bandit, Senior Sack. Johnny Backpole, Johnny Bearcat, the Grim Roser, John Asparagus, Johnny Nutcarb, John Lance. He's Dr. Thunder. He's Yogi Roser.
In the words of Memphis' own DJ Paul, from the uterus to the funerals, I'ma keep my crown. Yeah, I ain't from England, but my money's still coming pounds.
Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler, Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math, Navajo, the reporter, the photographer. He's Walker 93.
He is. Since we quoted Memphis rappers, Riz, I got one for you.
And a tight in England to it.
I ain't got an English tie. The great American philosopher Player Fly once said, "Nobody needs nobody. All I need is me and my dog. Dogs. So all of y'all."
Wow.
So, yeah, that's how I feel today.
He did say that.
He did say that.
All right, so we got a lot of stuff to get to, not the least of which is this big news that broke this morning. The NBA is going to play 6 regular season games in Europe over the next 3 seasons, starting with a pair of games between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Orlando Magic this season. The Grizzlies and the Magic will play in Berlin on January 15th and in London on January 18th. The NBA will play games in Manchester, England, and Paris in 26-27, then return to Berlin and Paris in 27-28. The games are going to be held at a Uber Arena in Berlin and the London's the O2. These are 2 of the biggest arenas in the world. Like, this is where
you see concerts
everybody
at the
plays.
O2, bro. I be seeing like artists perform at the O2,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's kind of hard.
Oh, yeah. There absolutely is. The Europe games, you saw the NBA got behind it this morning in a big way, announcing. So, as you know, on the side of this is that the NBA is trying. I think most people understand that there is a chance there will be an NBA branded European league in the future, right? And so expanding their brand globally to these markets is even a bigger deal. Obviously, there are some connections with both of these teams.
Simmons talked
playing
about
games over there.
it. Mark Stein's reporting it this morning
that they want
their Silver's there now meeting with big wigs.
Right.
Yeah.
And so growing the NBA in those markets is at the forefront for the league. And so from what I understand, this is not something that's like been in the works for a long, long time. It's like more like weeks ago that this was presented, more so than like months ago. This isn't like something that has been planned way, way, way in advance, right? And so for sure, the two things that stand out immediately, the first thing that stands out is, to me, if I'm being honest, the first thing that stood out was Orlando. That's the Bane game,
Yes,
right?
that's the first
you
thing
see
I
the
thought,
opponent, because the headline says the Grizzlies and the Orlando Magic will be playing overseas. You're like, hold on, we're going to lose the game at Orlando and at home?
Because you're not paying attention. Because you're not paying attention to the dates.
You're not paying attention to the dates. And then, of course, you see the dates, and you're like, I mean, for me, obviously, you guys know that it is one of the if not the first thing I look for on the schedule, because it's got an even heightened importance in the Vernon household, simply because, as I've mentioned, I probably missed less than 2 hands full of games in 25 years, and one of which is January 18th, 2010, which is the birth of my son, William. And so that's always been, right? His birthday is always right around there, right? And sometimes we've taken him and all of his friends, but certainly it's always something that the family does. And if you were to go into his room, you will see one of the times that the Grizzlies did one of their garage sales was one of the great moments for me, because as I was walking through, you know, they sell stuff that's been hanging on the walls for many years and whatever, and there is a big wooden framed thing, and it has MLK Day game, and then it is the scoreboard, and it is lowered, and it is the Grizzlies versus the Phoenix Suns. And as soon as I walked by it, I went, oh my God. Like, it's literally from his birthday. That was the day, right, that they had that game. And that hangs in his room. And so that's always been, and then beyond that, obviously I've been part of the broadcast for a decade, and we broadcast the Symposium every single year. We bring in, well, last year, whether it's Ozzie Smith or whether it's Gary Payton or whether it's Bill Walton or whether it's, you can name a myriad of people, Sam Perkins and James Worthy. Not only do we get all kinds of big celebrities that come in town for the Symposium, it is a highlight of the Civil Rights Museum, Dr. Martin Luther King and his legacy, and it is something that we have always had in Memphis that was established years ago by the higher-ups that, hey, there should be a game on Martin Luther King Day in Memphis. We have had that every year except for a few years ago when we were all like, this is ridiculous, right? Like, they took it away from us for like 1 year, and we didn't get to have it. And obviously we're reinstated in it. And so immediately, when you see the dates, it causes a conflict of interest, because on one hand, you're like, wow, this is great. Memphis is going to be featured on a global stage. You know the players are going to love to be featured on a global stage. You love that the NBA is getting behind it. You don't get many opportunities for the NBA to get behind you as a small market, right? And so getting the opportunity to be on center stage, I'd imagine it'll be a big part of their new broadcast partners, whether that is going to be on Amazon or whether it's going to be where, like, they'll make a big deal out of it. You can tell because it's August or July 30th, and they've made a huge deal out of it right now. And as you just said, Adam Silver over there, like, they want this thing to be huge, right? And you don't have many opportunities to do anything that is huge, right? Especially when you are in Memphis. I mean, hell, we hardly get national TV games.
Yeah, I really, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
and so obviously, not having the home Martin Luther King Day game, it sucks. Everybody acknowledges that.
Yeah,
everybody
it's
acknowledges
lame,
it, right?
I think it's the thing where people in this community get impacted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
especially if you have like the I'm happy about the global game. Cool. Like, expand the brand. But it's like, I think it's people in this community that like, that's like one of the moments where you really get to like put a shine on the city. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of the, like a year ago, the temple across the street burned down.
Right.
So this year would have been like a way of like acknowledging everything. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So I was like, I'm happy about the global game, expand the brand, global Grizz, all that, haha, roo. But it's like, yo, like, it's like taking the game away from the city.
Well, and you also wonder what the impact. Look, people are always going to care locally more about how it affects them than right something globally, right? And having that game and what that does for what. Again, time will tell what kind of impact it has, and we can sit there and we can roll our eyes and say, what kind of impact, right? Like, I mean, I don't know, right? The impact towards the city. Because, I mean, the city is still going to be on center stage. It is not going to be on that very special day for us, but this is a huge stage for the city of Memphis and people worldwide seeing Memphis. And the Grizzlies, frankly, representing us in both Germany and London, right, on that massive stage, right? The same way we take pride in anybody that makes it big out of this city and becomes big globally, and that they're repping Memphis like this is, you're going to be repping Memphis and you're going to be doing it in London, England, and you're going to be doing it in Berlin. And I totally get people that don't care about that, right? I got it, right? I also think that if the NBA comes to you, I think there's two things. As we always say, life is leverage. The NBA comes to you and says this, there's two things, right? The first thing for me would be like, dude, that is intensely regrettable scheduling, right? Like, why do we have to do it then?
Yeah, that's my other thing, too. Why you couldn't find no other day, bro, for us to play this damn game?
I would say, just because it sounds like they're going to be leaving February 12th and they'll be coming back February 20th, my initial reaction is there's no other time to do it because you're going to have those play-in games at the you're trying to make this in-season tournament thing big. So you got that lead up to the in-season tournament. Then in December, you got the in-season tournament. And then by February, you got the All-Star break, which is going to be a week off, right? And so I don't know when. I guess you could do it in March or I don't know, right? During the stretch run. But so the timing, obviously. I would say I would be upset about it if it weren't 1 year. Right? A 1 year blip. And then, like I said, and going back to life is leverage, from what I gather, you then, in response to this taking place and knowing that you're not going to be on Martin Luther King Day, this is why it was kind of in the press release. The Martin Luther King Day will return on 2027. You get an assurance from the league that we will forever be featured as a featured game on Martin Luther King Day with these new partners, right?
Yeah.
And from what I know, the new partner for Martin Luther King Day is going to be NBC going forward. And so you get that assurance that, like, we will do these global games, but you need to understand how important this is to us, and we want an assurance that not only will we be back featured on Martin Luther King Day for next year, but we will be featured on Martin Luther King Day for the future, right? And you can say, well, that's always been done, but they've buried us. They have buried us on Martin Luther King Days before.
They put us.
They have buried us on right. So
we've had noon again's the Bulls.
Right.
Yeah.
They buried
the Pelicans joint was a big time joint.
Yeah. We've had. We've had.
They've also put us like we hadn't exactly.
The Timberwolves last year.
They have made.
They'll make us the 4:00 game.
What I'm saying is they have taken this Martin Luther King. Number one, first they took it away from us. Number one. Number two, then they have buried us on there. We have Martin Luther King Day was our day. That was like our big thing. We were the ones. We were the ones that started it. We were the ones that made it a thing in the NBA. And then we weren't the featured game ever on that. And so I would say if that works and life is leverage, and you say, look, not only we will do this and we will be a part of this, but we want an assurance that in 2027 we're part of the NBC package and we are a featured game on Martin Luther King Day for the future. To me, that's a massive, massive win if you pull that off, right?
Just make sure it's a 1 year thing, bro.
Yes, and that it's a 1 year deal.
So if it's a 1 year thing,
and we agree, and obviously, look, I think we all disagree simply because I came from a city. I grew up an NBA fan, and I think many of my peers that are like big NBA fans, Michael Jordan was the biggest athlete in the world. And I got to go to one NBA game per year, and it was massive to me. Massive.
Me too.
As a kid, to get to go to the one game.
Yeah.
And so don't tell me that can't have an impact on people. I make my whole career based around the NBA, despite not living in an NBA market growing up.
I think the game's different. Like the way people like take in the game is different from when you was a kid, though.
You think so?
Like I think the game is the world is shrunken so much more. Like even though like the kid can go to like you have TVs like league pass? I'm being dead ass.
Dev,
like, did you have Wi-Fi?
Dev,
Come on.
I'm just saying, like, the world has shrunk so much more than when you were a kid. I think that now that the kids that are a fan of certain people are fan of them because they can turn on the TV and they can see them right there. You can make some fans, but I don't think it's gonna be a substantial amount where it's like, oh, you made 100,000 fans because you went to so and so. I think it's a little bit different when you were as a kid. A little different.
There was no league pass when you were a kid.
League pass.
You say that, but you say that, but I mean, like, this is a brand that is trying to become like the NBA and, for that matter, the Grizzlies, that is trying to become bigger than they are, right?
Yes.
Like, we are not a feature team. We are a small market team. The idea that this could have a profound impact on people everywhere, especially because of Morant.
Yeah, we know it's a player-driven league, though. You know what I'm saying?
It is, but again, the bigger your brand gets, the more it impacts everything.
Okay. So the bigger the brand gets. So, okay, if we all admit that this is a one-off, as long as they keep the international dates the same the way they are, they're going to fall on around MLK Day every year. So this is a one-off?
Yes.
It's a one-off year to grow the brand that... Okay.
Yeah, I guess I don't think that. I don't think
know much
the
okay, all right. Hold on.
It don't matter as much anymore.
Okay, all right. Fair, right? Why is John Morant on this world tour?
Because he's one of the top 10 players in the league.
Okay. Do you think it does anything?
Face of Nike.
Do you think it does anything?
But I'm saying we're saying John Morant. We're not saying the Grizzlies.
No. I mean, John Morant is the Grizzlies.
But I'm saying, like, he is a player, though.
I got it.
Like, we're not talking about the
But I mean, look, the people that love the Grizzlies now, and we get all kinds of people that love them from all around the world. Literally. All around the country and all around the world.
Yeah.
And they became fans during the Core Four.
For sure.
Yeah, they never saw him play overseas either.
I understand, but they became fans of the fan of that team, and they still love that team.
No, it's cool to get. It's cool.
It's cool.
Like,
we're
it's
just,
cool.
We're just saying, like, it's
no,
not going
but
to be
you're
like
right. You tell me, is Nike foot? Why did John Morant not do one in Memphis?
You're talking about
on this world tour? I didn't see the world tour hit Memphis.
World.
They did Augusta, Georgia.
Because it's a Nike.
That's because it's
a Nike footprint
the Peach
event,
Jam.
Okay.
Because it's the Peach Jam.
It's a Nike footprint
But do you think it is impactful?
You know what?
To who? I'm talking about singular players. You talking about
Ja
brand.
and the brand.
Yes, cool, Ja.
I
We're
think-
talking about
I
the
think
brand.
And Nike.
We don't think people like really
And
will-
Nike.
I would
You
tell
know
you.
it's impactful to Nike.
John Morant, yes, the player.
And Nike.
I think it's lame that Ja is not doing a Memphis win, especially when there's a specific Peach Jam shoe, there's a specific NYC shoe. I don't know if there is one for China and Japan, but if there is, I think they should have one for Memphis.
Yeah,
I think Nike should.
I
and Nike's got a giant headquarters
change
here.
the kid's life
So, like,
because he's get
get
to
it
see the Grizzlies
together.
play one time.
Swoosh.
I don't know if I can roll with that. Like, it's cool to see him play in real life. Cool. Like, I get to watch you, but it's not going to be
You
like,
don't think that
oh,
there's
you made
kids-
an
We didn't have
impact.
an NBA team here when I was growing up. Like,
You
we
don't
didn't have an
a
NBA
football
team until I
here.
was in high school.
I saw
Like,
the Titans play multiple times here, and I was like, oh, yeah, I love the Titans. And I was like,
But if you had an impact, you know what I'm saying? If
I
you
didn't really
reached
care.
out and touched these people, or you were around these people, or you got to see them in person, like I was telling you guys, I was in St. Louis. I didn't care about the bad boy Pistons, but I had an Isaiah Thomas jersey that I wore all the time when I was a little kid because I bought it at the one game that I went to. And I loved Isaiah Thomas because that was the one player I got to see in person that year. And kids are like super influenced by that.
yeah, I hope so. I just think the world's
yeah,
shrunk.
I don't know.
think
We always
I think
got the
world's
Bulls.
shrunk
I was a
now,
Bulls
bro.
fan before they came here. Like, I didn't.
I just think
you
the
know.
world's shrunk so much now, bro. Like, it's not that same feeling of like, okay, I saw him that one time. It's
But
like
they
people-
never get to see an NBA game there.
But I'm saying, like, I know there's people now that like they see they're fans of these players because the markets are small, but like, yo, I can watch Ja here, I can watch Ja here, I can fly to Memphis, I can fly here. I feel like the markets are smaller now than like, oh, I'm in blank town, oh, he comes once a year, oh, this is my one time, I'm so happy. Like, I'm pretty sure there's
I mean, I see the response from international fans, and they are like, they can't.
Of course,
and
they're
it's going to
probably
be
happy.
slammed.
Oh, it's gonna be lit for sure. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
for
lit.
sure.
At both
It's the
of these
NBA.
places.
London and
It's the
Berlin are
NBA, bro.
huge cities.
It's the NBA. They love ball.
And you don't think that there
They
are going
love
to be
ball.
people that all of a sudden start caring about the Grizzlies in these markets?
I think
I do.
so. I don't think the numbers
But if the NBA is really trying to, like, if it's like about the NBA's brand and we're gonna put the footprint there, then why not just freaking put the Lakers and Celtics there?
Okay.
Like,
Do you want the
those
real?
are the brands that people care
those
about.
are the brands people care about more than anything. Like,
Do you want the real answer? I mean, I could give you the real answer.
I mean, I would prefer.
Same
you
way
to-
that you didn't have the Pacers and you had the Spurs.
I know.
So what? you know what the answer is?
Ticket revenue.
Yeah.
You can charge more for tickets over there than you can here. Yeah.
No. You're going to get paid. You're going to get bought out for losing a home game.
Yeah.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing, too.
Try buying out a Laker home game.
Yeah. It's expensive.
Try buying out.
Yeah.
The Celtics, you could probably buy it out this year. I don't think their attendance is going to be nearly as good.
Does
But
courtside,
you're not,
does
bro,
courtside of the
look,
Lakers game, does
there's a-
courtside pay for the entire building here?
I'm saying there's a reason that you have seen small market teams.
Yeah.
If you're losing a home game, somebody's making that right, i.e. the league, and you are not one game of ticket revenue for the Lakers is like so that's not a check.
So then that's what it is, because like, you can't tell me having the Spurs last year in Paris is growing the Spurs brand. Like they don't know Victor Wembanyama plays for them.
Exactly.
Like,
Well, it's also for the betterment of the business, which is that they're trying to get a footprint in Europe, right? And to have an NBA branded thing.
Yeah.
And I understand what you're saying, like grow it. Like if y'all go there and go federal, like I said, it's good for people already fans of Ja. You would think the people coming to those games not have seen like Ja Morant. Like, oh,
you gotta bank on he's gonna be available too.
Don't do that.
Like that's a thing.
Dude,
It's January. It's not October.
Hey, you want them to get the full experience, and they gotta. Hey,
an hour before the game.
Scottie Pippen and John Conchar are starting backcourt.
You really want the full Grizzlies experience? That's the brand.
Yeah.
Tell them to go ahead and follow Grizzlies PR.
Hey, London,
go tell all your international fans on Twitter to follow Grizzlies PR.
Walk a day in our life.
Hey, London. Hey, Germany. You want to know about the Grizzlies?
The other thing that is interesting is Nike will go all in on
sure.
Ja in London. And the other thing that's going to be super fascinating.
The most marketable player in the league.
It will be mega fascinating to see what Nike does with Ja in Berlin, because that's the home of Adidas.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, they gonna cook.
That will, like, what are they going to do regarding Ja in?
I can see it now. Ja walking around Berlin with the spray paint bottle, spray painting the Nike sign all over buildings.
I mean,
Nike, you're welcome.
Hey, you say,
You're welcome,
and Paulo's
Nike.
a Jordan guy. So
I'm just saying, like, dude, I see the way that these other countries react to him. It is a special thing, dude. It is special. And when you see the way Germany and London react to the Grizzlies being there and Ja Morant being there, it is going to be unbelievable.
Oh, it's gonna be lit.
I'm
But
sure.
I just think the part where you say it's gonna create so many more like.
You just don't think that the people are going to become Grizzlies fans because.
I just think they love the hoops, bro. They love basketball, bro. Like you talk about all the time, like our market, like people be commenting from so and so, blah 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 blah. Like from like London or UK or Germany, like they love basketball, bro.
Right.
And I think it's more so than like seeing NBA basketball close enough front in person, more so than the Grizzlies are Magic playing. You could have put.
I really don't think you could
I think
have.
I love basketball.
I
bro.
think that people are going to go see Morant in person and become Morant fans.
If he does something,
I absolutely believe that.
I think they already were, bro.
unless the Undertaker tweet comes out.
I think they already are 12 fans, bro. That's the thing. I think they're already fans of 12. I think they're already.
I think this is.
It will be better for them to see him in person.
It's
If they
like,
get to see him
it's like
in
seeing
person.
that person I see on my phone all the time to see him in real life.
Yes,
I don't think it's gonna
like
make
a concert.
Exactly.
Yes,
it's like a concert.
Because
Like,
he
I've
does
been watching these
something
crazy highlights.
And I always
all
feel
this.
a much different attraction to somebody that I've seen in person.
Yeah, for sure.
He does
You know
something
what I mean?
once a game that is going to make everybody go, oh.
I think
like, it's at least
people
once
here
a game.
take it for granted. Don't do it, Roser. Ja does something every time he touches the court that make you like, you're like, okay, well, that's not real.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not real life.
Right.
So to see it overseas, I think, like I said, it's going to be cool, but I don't think the impact that you think as far as like the mark, I don't think it's going to be really.
Yeah, because
You don't think it's going to impact things?
It will, like small, bro. Like, but it ain't gonna be nothing like.
There will be how many
substantial
people
impact,
do
bro.
you think will be Grizzlies fans for life because of it? Because we're talking about the Ja aspect.
I think that is always is contingent upon how good the team is.
I think you have to be there every year for that to happen.
Like how many people
Like
in
the
London are
Jags,
Jags fans?
the Jags
Jags
do
fans, you
have
think?
fans in London. They do because they're there every year.
To me, there's been 2 times where I understood the global nature of the Grizzlies and the nationwide of the Grizzlies. First one was when we had Pau Gasol, and I would see the hits on my blog. And then I obviously wrote the song, and I was on the front page of the Barcelona paper.
Oh, snap.
I mean, and I was like,
you got death threats.
Yeah, people were furious about it. I mean, it was called "Who Wants a Crying Spaniard?" So, yes,
that's a tough one.
It stands to reason. Anyways, but even when I was writing that blog, I mean, you could see the hits from over. Obviously, hosting the mismatch. Like, if you were to look at our analytics and to see the worldwide listenership, it is insane.
Yeah.
It is insane how many people intake the NBA. And the other thing is, and as I always tell you, nothing matters if you're awesome. Like, all the stuff that everybody complains about all the time. If you're awesome, and when we were like a team that people like were attracted to and loved, bro, those Tony Allen T-shirts went all over the world, literally all over the world. All over.
I think
and why did they care?
I think
Tell
everything
me, why
you're
did
saying.
they care about Tony Allen?
I think everything you're saying is right about the promotion of it and it good for the brand. I think everything you're saying is right. The only reason you have pushback is because it's MLK Day and it's Dez's return.
I think that.
I think
sure.
those are the. If this was
game
in
was on
March or
any other
February,
day,
nobody
it
would
be
care.
I would take my shirt
People
off.
would be like, "This is great."
I would take my shirt off.
And fair is fair. In our discussion, the schedule comes out, I think,
it's soon.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Two of the very first games I would have looked for would be Dez's return and MLK.
Exactly. And two of them
I got it.
Yeah,
I totally get it. I also don't
take
think you could say no to the NBA.
No.
It's all conflicted.
No, I get
right?
it.
And again, I think you have to use it, much like we were talking about the lease here, and it's like, you read those articles, and it's like, okay, like, it's not that they're not going to sign a lease. It's that you want the proper assurance that downtown is going to be a very safe area.
Right.
And we need to do some work here. And, hey, you live to your side of the bargain, we'll live to our side of the bargain, and everybody gets to be happy, right? Like, life is leverage, right? We'll sign a lease, but this needs to change. Like, people can't be worried about our moms can't be worried about parking a mile or a mile or a half a mile from the arena and walking. It's 73 years old at night because they're watching the news and they're scared. Right? Like, they can't be. Everybody understands and everybody wants. And this weekend, as Devin was talking about as he was around, was a massive step forward, right? Having two massively sold-out concerts, one of which was the first hip-hop concert in a long time there, and for it to be an unbelievable night where everybody had a great time and everybody felt safe. It's like, again, that's using that power for good and to make downtown an unbelievable place and tourist attraction that people want to come to and go to Grizzlies games and bop around downtown after and grab something to eat before or after the game and whatever else. And it's like, to me, again, using that leverage is a good thing. Same thing with this. If you use this as, and from what I gather, they have, to say, okay, but in 2027, we want to be on NBC. We want to be a featured game on Martin Luther King Day going forward.
Yeah.
It has to be a one-year blip for us, and it has to get better for us going forward. Because, while it is big to us, there's no doubt the featured game on Martin Luther King Day is not us.
No, it's not.
They don't build it around us. It's not. It is a big deal to us. But the NBA brand gets behind that whole day now.
Yeah.
And then usually it's the premier teams that are playing in the evening. They've stuck us in the afternoon over and over again.
We only play in the afternoon. Yeah, we play Minnesota. It was Minnesota. No, dude, it was Minnesota last year in the afternoon, and then we got home and we had to turn on Ohio State, Notre Dame, and like.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a national championship game.
It's the same way this year.
Like the other NBA games that day, it was some nasty games that day. Our game, it was Warriors Celtics was the big game,
premier game.
But our game was probably the best game of the day.
Yes.
That was a good game. That T-Wolves game we had was good. It was Ant had a shot at the end to win or send it to overtime, and he missed it. Yeah, Jalen Wells D'd him up. Yeah.
Yep. And so hopefully that is the case, right? That you're featured now on NBC going forward. And then for this year, whatever the new partner is, I would imagine you've gotten assurance that they're going to make a big deal out of this. The other thing is, like, these games will be in the afternoon.
Yeah,
because of the time change. There.
Yeah, it's like
at least it's not. At least it's not like it's.
Yeah, it'll be between
at least
noon
it's not
and
like
2.
Abu Dhabi
Right
or something, right? It's 6 a.m. or something.
Right now,
It-
London
yeah.
is 6:30. It's 6:30. So
It'll be around here. It's
It'll be around
between
this time.
noon and 2. It'll be
It'll
between
around this
noon
time.
and 2.
Like I said, I'm happy for the brand becoming global, right? I'm all for Grizz Global, GG, double G's. But I just like Rose just said, I think it's the timing of it and like the thing that you're taking away from the city is like, oh wow, interesting.
And here's the thing.
Why that time?
And here's the thing that stinks. Why? Like, there ain't much we care about.
I'm saying exactly.
You know what I mean?
Hey, look, bro.
That's the hard part.
Y'all better
It's
put us
not
on
like-
national TV more, bro. If y'all doing this to us,
Right.
bro. Y'all better have more national TV
Yes.
games for the Grizzlies this year. If you gonna do our fan base like this,
I want the international,
that's cool.
pub. I love the NBA getting behind the Grizzlies completely, right? I love that we're playing Orlando, right? It's a cool matchup. It is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited.
young superstars.
I think by the time it comes around, we'll be pumped about it. It'll be super cool to see. It'll also be super cool to see the Grizzlies getting all this love in Germany and in London.
that's
And
dope.
I do think it has a big impact on people. Like, I do. You guys don't. I do. I think that has a big impact on people that they are there and that they are going to be up close and personal. Same way I think that there are going to be all kinds of people that became Ja Morant fans in Tokyo this week. Like, I do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I
Like,
think
they feel a different way about Ja Morant than they do any other NBA star because
think
they
it's-
saw him.
Yeah,
right?
there's a
So they
difference.
become-
There are Ja
It
fans
is.
and there are Grizzlies fans.
Yeah, they
they're
they might
two
become
different
more of
things.
like Santi Aldama fans. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's more of that thing.
That's
like,
true.
Like, because I think the people that are there, they know Ja Morant's coming to London.
Right.
Or Ja Morant's coming to Germany. Or Paulo Banchero's coming to Germany. I think it's more of like you get to see the Scottie Pippins of the world. Or
Right.
the Santi Aldamas. The Jarens. Like, even Jaren on a smaller scale. Like, for us, Jaren's a dog, an all-star. But there's people overseas that know him as the fashion thing. They know he hoop, but they don't see how good he is.
When
So I think it's more so for like the guys like the Santis, the Jarens, like that. They'll make them like global brands. It can make them global.
And also, I will say, like, I know a lot of people, especially with my kids' friends and stuff, that, like, they're not season ticket holders. They go to a couple games a year, but they became fans of certain players because of games they went to. I did this my whole childhood.
Yeah.
I became fans of players because I saw them in person. And I was so excited to see, like, if my dad took me to a Cardinals game to see an opposing star or something, like, and I was going to get to go see Greg Maddux in person or whatever the case may be, right? Or whether it was hockey players, same way. I became fans of hockey players because my dad took me to hockey games or whatever else. And so I am a believer in that impact, that seeing those people up close and personal and seeing them in person. I mean, it is the reason why my daughter is unlike any of her peers. Like, she is Jaren to the core.
Oh, she rides
and
the
it is
trip.
because she already liked him, and she was up close and personal with him, and then she went to his basketball camp. And, like, if you walked in my daughter's bedroom, there's Jaren stuff everywhere. She's Jaren, right? Well, like, how did that happen, right?
Yeah.
I didn't tell her to become a Jaren fan, right? She was up close and personal with Jaren when she was a little girl, right? Went up to him and said, "You're my favorite," and he said, "You're my favorite." And I think from that moment on, she'd take a bullet for him, right?
Yeah.
And she'll never forget that. And I do think that stuff, like, creates fandom. And I do think that these guys being in these, on this global stage is going to have an impact. I do.
I'm
I
sure
don't
the
know.
NBA is going to have them
the-
doing a bunch of communities.
I think it's cool.
The way they have the impact is the way they have to go out and actually touch the community.
Sure, of course.
It's not just like the bump,
Yes.
like the hoop. Like,
But don't you think they're
hopefully-
going to be doing
I
all
would hope
manner
so.
of things?
I would hope
Yes.
so. I would hope so because I know
Yeah.
like when the France
They'll
team,
be
they did
doing
the-
all
They're
kinds of
They're
stuff.
going to be there for like 9 days
They'll
in
be
London and
out doing
Berlin.
like they'll have an itinerary.
If you make sure
Yes.
you touch the community in these aspects, and also too, like on the Memphis front, I'm hope too, like the Grizzlies still, like even though the game's not here, you would hope the Grizzlies still have like something to celebrate the MLK Day, even though the game's not here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But no, hopefully you do something overseas where, like you said, you can actually talk to kids and reach out, maybe have a camp or something.
And the same way they always say, like the Olympics and all of these things have such a profound impact on, right? Like because it's just one time.
Yeah.
It's one time, right? And so I promise you this: in London and in Berlin, they will be over the moon. I mean, you see the internet, and there will be people that like live all over Europe that come to this one game.
Bro,
right? That try to get to Berlin or try to get to London so they can go to this game because it's the only one.
So
they only get one.
The arena they're playing in is probably bigger than every other arena in the NBA.
Yes.
O2 has 20,000 people. The only NBA arenas that have 20,000.
United Center.
Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. United Center in Chicago.
Yeah. United Center.
What is going on with what is up with Detroit and these big ass arenas?
Yeah, Palace was that way too. Auburn Hills was
amazing. Little Caesars is amazing.
Dude, the Palace.
Auburn Hills was like 25,000.
The one in Auburn Hills, bro. When I tell you, I was sitting next to Sting.
He was up there. He's up there high.
I was even with the catwalk, bro. I'm talking ants.
Yeah.
I never been in a basketball arena like that. Like there was supposed to be I've been to the Final Four, like in the Alamo Dome. Horrible. Oh God, trash. It's not even. Why would I want to watch a basketball game there? I was so far away. But Auburn Hills, same way.
Yeah.
I mean, I was so far away from the action.
God, the United Center is huge.
I walked straight down to courtside with my media pass.
Yeah.
And told them and sat in Mike DeCourcy's seat from the Sporting News.
You were Mike DeCourcy.
I said I was Mike DeCourcy. And then this guy, because Andy Staples, who at the time was working for Sports Illustrated, texted me, and he's like, yo, Mike DeCourcy's not here, and his seat's next to me. He's like, he's in wherever one of the sites was, like Indianapolis or something, right?
Yeah.
He's like, he's covering Indianapolis or whatever. And I was like, all right. So I went down there, and I sat next to him, and he was like, and then I made it through like the first game and a half, and finally a security guard comes up to me, and he's like, can I see your badge? And I was like, oh, no. And I showed him, and I was like, hey, I'm not Mike DeCourcy. I was like, but Mike DeCourcy's in Indianapolis. He's covering another, so this seat was just available. And he's like, okay. And he just walked on. I was like, oh, that's awesome. And so I ended up getting to sit like right. Mike DeCourcy got amazing seats. That tells you how old I am. The Sporting News got front row seats.
Yeah. DeCourcy's a legend, man.
He was a legend.
He was a legend. Now they putting the Sporting News in the rafters, boy.
Oh, I know.
The sport is that still a thing?
I don't know. Is it?
People still tap in. I know Bill Bender is still a thing, right? Bill Bender, is that his name?
Unfamiliar with his work.
Like Bill Bender, bro. He does Sporting News.
Did you just make up a name?
No, bro. Okay. Bill Bender's a sports writer, bro.
I think you made up a name.
Come on, I'm tapped in.
Oh,
bro.
no, he's on Twitter at BillBender92. He's still a thing.
My bad.
Bill Bender, my dog.
How do you know that?
Dev, we got more Twitter followers.
Wait, my dog.
How do you know Bill Bender?
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
How do you? Seriously,
that's my
big
dog.
Bill Bender fan.
That's my dog, man. BB.
How do you know him?
Real BB.
Do you know who that is?
No, I mean I know him, but
you know the name, but you don't know who that is.
I know the guy. Like I think I have his number in my phone. I think I used to book him for radio back in the day.
That sounds like a 92.9 guest.
I think I used to book him for a house one time. Half the time was like 5 college football guy.
Who will say yes?
And I was like, Bill Bender. That's my guy.
No smut.
No smut on Bill's name. Like, let me see if I still got Bill's number.
Sure, he's a great guest.
Let me see if I ain't got Bill's
Call him right now on the air.
I ain't got his number on my phone.
I may have Bill Bender's number.
Are you serious? You don't even know who that it was.
We all know Bill
Dude,
Bender.
I got numbers in this phone. I don't know who these people are.
That's my dog.
All right,
Bill,
look,
man.
we are right around the corner from the golf tournament being here in Memphis. Joe Telmick is the executive director of the FedEx St. Jude golf tournament. He's going to join us in studio on the other side. Chris Vernon Show.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
RIP the AAC. The American Athletic Conference is renaming itself the American Conference, and they come with a new mascot, and his name is Soar the Eagle.
Soar opens his mouth and I'm proud to be American starts playing.
The American.
Proud to be the American.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's check the over-under totals. Alabama, Georgia, and Texas all at 9.5. LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee at 8.5.
I love Ole Miss over the 8.5.
I think Ole Miss can win 9.
But Ole Miss, they're gonna, Ole Miss, they're gonna lose to Arkansas week.
But they could go 9-3. Like Ole Miss winning 10 games
They always
is always
pull some
like
crap like that.
Ole Miss winning 10 can seem a bit of a stretch, but they can win 9.
They're gonna lose at Kentucky week 2.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Scotty Scheffler ran away with the Open Championship this weekend. My God, this guy, he's not real. Have we reached the point with Scotty Scheffler where you don't have to care a thing about golf, but you still know there's a dude named Scotty Scheffler who is awesome at it?
He is solidified himself as one of the greats in the sport. At this point, probably of all time.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What is the biggest Summer League accomplishment so far for this Grizzlies team?
Tuomas Isalo filling out his coaching staff. The Ryan Saunders hiring was essential. It was big time. You have a veteran NBA voice there.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
It's time for our Pick Six, Mike. 6 classics that we're most looking forward to in the 2025 football season.
Las Vegas, obviously, that's the Grambling State University, Jackson State University clash. They're taking 2 iconic HBCU brands going to an NFL stadium in Las Vegas.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
All right, we're back. Chris Vernon Show, and we are just a week away from the FedEx St. Jude golf tournament going on in Memphis, part of the FedEx Cup. And the winner, well, this thing is heavy now. It's the biggest. All right. Look at this. I am holding the championship trophy. Joe Tomic is the executive director of the FedEx St. Jude Championship. He is here in studio with us. Welcome, Joe.
Good to be here.
This thing is heavy.
Memphis Metal Museum.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, Memphis Metal. Feel this thing, Devin.
Yeah, it looks light, low-key.
No, it does, and then it's super heavy.
When we switched to the championship in, I guess that was 2022, after the World Golf Championship, it was on our own to make up our own trophy, and we thought, something crystal or bright and shiny didn't really make sense for a Memphis championship. So we went to the Memphis Metal Museum. One of their board members, John Medvedev, did this design, and he's been doing it ever since.
There is the trophy that will be awarded to the FedEx St. Jude champion, along with millions of dollars. Not only do you get that, you get millions of dollars with that if you win the thing. So that's great.
About 3.2.
$3.2 million if you win the thing. What year is this for you?
This will be year 4.
Believe
it or not. Yeah.
All right. What is uniquely different about 2025 than in years past?
Oof, man, it's just been small growth after small growth, I think. Our biggest thing we've tried over the last 3 years is, to showcase that it's more than a golf tournament. Let people experience it, have a ton of fun out there, whether they're out there for their friends, for the food. I don't care if you like golf or not. I bet you can have a fun time out there.
You know who can speak to that? Devin, who walks around the golf tournament with me and loves it every year, and couldn't care less about golf.
I just care about the vibes. The vibes are amazing out there, bro.
That's the point. That's the goal.
That's the point.
We want people to have fun out there.
And everybody to want to go.
Yeah. And by the way,
it's like a party, low-key, every summer.
That's the point. We think of it now as the city's summer reunion.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
I see people from high school there.
Yep.
Yes.
Middle school. I'm like, oh, good to see you.
Yeah.
It's like a reunion, low-key.
That's the goal. We got our city on a global stage, broadcast around the world, and it's for all the right reasons.
Okay, so this year, let's start with, when does all your festivities begin?
Oof, man, it's a full gamut. We got a few festivities this weekend between between us as the event as well as St. Jude hosts a few dinners and fundraisers this weekend.
Gotcha.
And then really where players show up Sunday, Monday-ish, they start showing up for practice rounds. Wednesday is our first day open to the public.
Okay.
So that's when tickets are at their absolute cheapest. I always say if you got kids, bring them on Wednesday. Kids getting free, by the way. I can't say that enough. 15 and under, kids are in free.
The best.
Say that over and over again.
That's, yeah.
And I was telling Gary earlier, my kids, because of I go every year and have always gone every year, right? And I'm a huge golf fan. So I love going around and watching the golf no matter what. Yeah. When the kids got old enough to where they were able to like carry around their own chairs and stuff, right? We set up chairs at different greens, and then my daughter would run over to the ropes as the players walked to the next one and get high fives, and a lot of them would like throw them golf balls and whatever. And we were just talking about how like being up close and personal. Now, if I ask, when my daughter will want to know when the golf tournament is because she wants to go back to the golf tournament, right? Same with my son, because they like going, they like running up to the rope, high-fiving the players as they walk by. Sometimes they'll throw them a golf ball, but the kids thing is massive because just a little tip to the wise. I will say this as a parent, bring chairs.
It's a good
one. You bring chairs.
That's a pro tip.
They get tired.
That's a pro tip for sure. My legs be
just carry the chair with you and set up somewhere. That's the one thing it took me a long time to learn. But once we learned and found shade, then the kids were right. Then they loved it.
You want to walk 18 holes. You want to see all the golfers.
Correct.
You want to see all the holes.
Kids
they don't.
No, set up. If you're going with kids, find a hole, set up shop in the shade, and they will love it.
And, that's the best part. And actually, I think it was Gary that said it to me for the first time, and he said so well, a general admission ticket, so just getting access, you have a front row seat 18 different times if you want it.
Yes.
Because that's golf. You can be there right on the rope line, right as the players are walking off to get autographs, high fives. Our players are really good at engaging with the kids.
Really good. And the other thing is, so on Wednesday is what? You're talking about how that's the cheapest day to get in. I have always found the other thing that's great about Wednesday, honestly, because when we were broadcasting out there, that gear gets sold out.
Yeah.
So, what's new?
You can load up on gear. Wednesday is the day because all the stuff's out there. And then by Saturday, you're out there and you see people wearing shit that they bought. And you're like, where'd you get that? And like that stuff's been sold out for 3 days.
Is there any new places like new? Because the Trap Golf was one. It was like a new collab. Eastside. Is there any new collabs?
We got some of them coming back. We also have Oxbow, local Memphis brand.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be doing a lot in there. We had that's one last year. We tried like one shirt. It sold out by Thursday.
Well,
and so we've
I tell you this,
I
see all kinds of. I've got the Trap Golf. Golf is dope.
Yeah.
I see those all the time.
Yeah, we have a lot more lifestyle, streetwear type brands. You've got your Peter Millars and your Travis Matthews and your normal golf, but we've got a lot of Lululemon. You've already said a few. Trap Golf, Eastside Golf, Oxbow.
Oh, y'all got Lulu out there?
We got some Lulu out there.
Go platinum
well,
out there,
you know what's his name is Lululemon now. Both not only Minwoo Lee, the Let Him Cook guy, but Max Homa.
That's
right. They're both Lululemon.
They're dipping their toes in the golf world.
Yeah, they signed up both of those guys.
Yeah.
All right, so on Wednesday, obviously the tournament begins on Thursday.
Yep.
On Wednesday, what are people seeing if they go out there?
Yeah, it's a pseudo practice round. It is actually our Pro-Am, so it's super unique to the game of golf where companies, individuals can play alongside one or two, in this instance, two of the best players in the world the day before they start the playoffs. It'd be like getting to go in the layup line with the Grizzlies right before the game starts.
I did it 1 year.
Crazy.
And I am still friends with Harold Varner III to this day.
Yeah.
We're still friends.
Awesome.
I played golf with him that one day in the Pro-Am, and I still keep up with him. Obviously, he's on Live Tour now, but...
You can keep up with him.
I still keep up with him.
He said you can keep up with him.
I mean...
Let me know how he's doing.
Yeah, he's great.
Wednesday's an awesome day. And for that reason, they're practicing, they're getting tuned up, they're playing alongside some amateurs, but they're also a little more relaxed. So they're more willing to, spend that time with the kids, take pictures, autographs. So that's, if you have young kids, little lighter crowds, you can get into the merch tent, to your point, before everything gets gone. And you can get a little more time with the players, I think.
So I have always found that in years past, so for years, it was always Phil Mickelson, right? And then there was a selection of people. I would say 2 years ago when I went, we set up on one hole, and I would say the biggest crowd that we saw outside, the leaders always have big crowds. Sure. Right? Always. Whoever's in the lead has a big crowd. The biggest individual that we saw that had like the amount of people following him was Justin Thomas. And I think that this year is going to change. I think the Scheffler thing has now moved to a different stratosphere. People would go and follow Scheffler, but not like they did Rory, not like they did Justin Thomas, not like they did some of the other big names. But I think this year, the gallery for Scheffler is going to be insane.
Yeah, it's generational what he's doing. You never throw around the comparisons to Tiger, and I don't even think Scotty would put that on himself. He approaches the game so differently than anyone we've seen. And he had some recent comments, I think, at the Scottish or at the Open Championship about just his mental approach to the game of golf and what it means to him. And I think we as civilians who can't do what he does with the game of golf appreciate that perspective. He's approachable. He obviously had the whole ordeal with getting arrested in Louisville that put him on the map.
Street cred, Scotty.
And I haven't watched it yet, but apparently he plays into that in Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore too. Yeah, he does.
He's just more
Half of
engaging.
his scenes are in prison.
Yeah.
Turn up.
He's great. He's great at it.
I love that. I heard him and Zalatoris, a past champion of ours, was a ton of
Yeah.
fun in that as well. Interested in see it. I don't have a ton of time for it right now, but excited to
Okay,
check it out.
so on Wednesday they can go and see the Pro-Am. What time is that at? In the morning or at?
7 a.m. All week long, our gates open at 7 a.m. to the public. Tee times will be right about there, 7:15.
Okay.
And then all the way through Sunday championship, we'll go about 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. is when the leaders tee off.
And we'll know the groups, I guess, on Monday. Is that probably right? Like, I mean, usually people can plan around when they're trying to get out there. It's usually...
we should have tee times published sometime either late Monday or probably more Tuesday, because we actually don't find out our final field until this Sunday night after the Wyndham Championship.
Do you know how many are sealed? So it is so hard for me to figure out the FedEx Cup thing, right? Like, how many do you... Obviously, you know that, like, the top 40, they're not getting leaped, right?
No.
Like, they're going to be there, right? But I don't know, where's the cutoff? Is it are the top 60, right? If I go look at the top 60 right now, is that safe? Is it, like, how does that work? And how many points are you able to build up at the Wyndham in order to get there? Obviously, you know, I saw last week that Kurt Kitayama, he's obviously now going to be in your field,
he
right?
played his way in,
Yes, played his way in, and that may be true of somebody at the Wyndham as well. But I don't know, on that line of the top 70, do you know how many are, like, locked in and how many are in peril?
It really depends on how many that are outside of it play well. And do they play well enough to leap the guys who are ahead of them? I would say in the past few years, we've had anywhere from 2 to 3 guys play their way in or out in the last week. The Tour put out a great piece on PGAtour.com that explained specifically number 71, what position does he have to come in at Wyndham to leapfrog into 69th or into the top 70? So it's, you know, he may only need a top 50 finish, whereas the guy who's 78th currently needs a T3 or something like that. So they put out a really cool piece that kind of explained all of that. I don't know the math. I don't pretend to know the math. I think the big thing about Wyndham is that most of the guys who are outside of the top 50, so even the guys that are at 58, 60, 62, they're playing because they need points to get into the top 50 after Memphis. So they want to accrue all the points they can because 70 make Memphis, but only 50 move on.
Right.
And 50 also helps establish who's in all the biggest tournaments, what we now call the signature events, for the following season. So if you make BMW Championship, which means you finish top 50 post Memphis, you also set yourself up pretty cushionly for next year in the Genesis and Arnold Palmer and Memorial and all the big events.
Who do you hear the most about? Is it Scheffler this year in a way that in the past has been different, right? It's kind of been like, oh, we got all these awesome players coming, but this year it does feel like, especially just coming off the British Open / Open Championship. It's like
it's you've had runs from some of our players in the past. Jordan had a good run. JT had a good run, and while they're all still relevant, Scotty is probably the first one in the past decade or two that has been so consistent for multiple years now.
Where it feels like him versus the field.
It's him
Right.
against him almost at this point. And if he's on like he did at the Open,
he has not played all that
Good
well
luck.
at your place.
He hasn't.
He hasn't.
He snuck in there last year. I think he ended up finishing with a top 10, maybe top 5, but it was kind of a backdoor. Came in strong on Sunday. So he hasn't probably threatened for the lead here in the past 4 or 5 years at least. We'll see if that changes.
So
this year.
as you know, a bunch of my buddies are members out there, and so I usually play golf there throughout like the fall and the spring.
No can do.
Yeah, he locked out, bro.
It's all been shut down since what, November?
November, yeah.
Okay, so from November, no one has touched that course.
Nope. It looks incredible, too.
It does?
Yeah.
Like a postcard?
Oh, man, the fairways look like carpet because you don't have us taking big divots out of them and ruining it for everyone. Greens are brand new. They were literally planted from seeds on, I think, first week of May.
So does that mean they're going to be ridiculously fast?
I think it'll depend. They'll be fast. They'll be firm.
And not holding as well as they, because you can hold greens there typically.
Yeah, you can.
But if brand new greens, usually
they're firm.
Bang!
It'll obviously depend on the next week's worth of weather. You know, it's been a little bit warm the last few days. So
you don't say.
I walked to work, bro, and I'm in full sweat by the time I get to this mark.
The guys building our tents and everything out on the golf course.
Is it supposed to be crazy hot next week as well?
I don't look. I won't look. I can't do it. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Lucas Glover knew. Lucas Glover and oh my God, swamp ass.
No khakis.
The swamp ass champ.
Hey, for real. Another pro tip for the FedEx Pro-Am. Do not wear khakis out there.
Don't wear khakis.
We will see that booty sweat
Also,
for sure.
wear shorts.
Yes.
Most people, you know, you can wear shorts. You wear athleisure. You don't need to dress in a khaki and polos out there to be a fan.
All right, so the course, what's changed? There's some different tee boxes and like they've added some bunkers and crap, right?
Yeah, not a ton as far as let's call it strategy or that'll affect gameplay. I think it's better called a refurbishment probably than a redo. Essentially, it's been nearly 30 years since, nearly 40 years at this point since TPC Southwind opened. And while we've replanted the greens, they haven't replaced the complexes. And it's dirt, it's earth, just like anywhere else. There's some erosion. There's different grass types growing into each other. And so it was time for a redo.
And you can tell a massive difference.
Yeah,
you can.
It's incredible. First and foremost.
Has anybody played it?
No. Not at all.
It's really untouched.
Untouched.
Until the Pro-Am?
Probably practice rounds Sunday and Monday. The players will be out there.
So they will be the only ones that have played?
Yeah. I mean, we've rolled around balls just to make sure it's doing what we want it to do. And again, that's way beyond my scope.
Yeah.
There's a superintendent that handles all that. But they replaced all 18 green complexes. I mean, literally dug this stuff down.
Every green is new.
Every single one, brand new.
Damn, dog.
Every single tee box, brand new. The practice facility, brand new. And that was actually a lot of input.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
The range? Is it the same spot?
The chipping green.
Is the range in the same spot?
Range is in the same spot.
As you're walking towards 18, you could still see all the players right there?
Smack there in the middle.
Okay.
And then their putting green and their chipping green, those have been redone using input from the players themselves on what they need to warm up. And how to make it a little bit better for them. So that actually aesthetically is probably the biggest change is the chipping green.
It's seeing it.
Yeah.
When you walk up.
Yeah, it was this one big complex that had sand all over it because they were hitting bunker shots, and ultimately they made it 2 different chipping greens at the player feedback, one with bunkers, one without, and then they also set them up to be able to hit short wedge shots into the driving range.
Can you see them?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you can go watch them do it.
Yep, you can watch right there again. Front row seats.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, what's the new foods out there? I know you got the birdies and bubbles is always out there.
Yeah, and I saw you got Andrew Michael back. Yeah, for that thing, right?
Pronto Pups always out there. Like, any new spot, any food spots?
We got our staples. Andrew Michael out there, birdies and bubbles on 16. Pronto Pup, we got 2 locations out there. Commissary if you want your barbecue fix. New this year, we got Torchy's Tacos coming out.
Torchy's!
That's a big one. Let's go. You can find me there a couple times. And then
and that's
Smackers.
like, didn't I see on Jessica's video, that one's actually indoors.
That one's right on 18 fairway by the hub there.
You can walk in and get air conditioning.
Oh, yeah.
Air conditioning and tacos?
Yep.
Oh, that's the vibe.
Let's go.
Yep. And then...
Wait, Smackers?
Smackers.
Oh, snap! Smackers at the golf tournament?
Come
on, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Hold on, wait. What's the menu though? Like we talking about like wings, quesadillas.
It'll be burgers.
I know they got their burgers and Salmon Club, obviously.
fire.
Salmon
Club.
Club.
Fire.
Oh, that's what
Really?
they're known
Fire.
Oh,
for.
really?
He corrected me. Lou told me I thought it was the Smack Burger that was the best thing, and he said that doesn't pales in comparison.
Smackers at the golf. I know where I'm gonna be at.
Wow.
I'm gonna give me a nice little burger. And
So
I'm
you
gonna-
got Smackers and you got Torchies that are added to the mix.
Yeah, those are our new guys out there this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then obviously, do you still have where the commissary is? There's like a bunch of food trucks type
Yeah, a
stuff
couple.
out there, right?
That's the pit in between the
pit.
big silos there,
That's
the grain
right.
silos. So that's
Still got
our
that?
barbecue. Oh yeah.
And you still got the pit, so
Yep.
there's that whole barbecue section, and then obviously out there at that 15, 16.
Yeah, 14, 15, 16.
14, 15, 16.
Man, that's
where
been
you've
so
got,
fun. So last year we started that. We called it the Bluff at 14. You've got an awesome little par 3 that is kind of bowl shaped. So there's
Yep.
a lot of slope so that you can see down no matter where you're standing. A lot of shade.
Yes.
Which is a nice reprieve.
Plus, you got
this
big
year,
screens back there.
Big screen
You got big screen
TVs.
TVs back
Yeah.
there, right? People just hang out at that
It's-
Birdies and
it's the
Bubbles
best
area.
place to hang out.
Yes.
Right down the hill from that, new last year, we built literally a dock in the water that you could stand on and look from here to across the lake onto the green.
Really?
That's even bigger this year.
Yeah. Oh, let's go.
It's awesome.
Well, and then the other thing was Jessica said there's one of those that if fans are like watching and somebody birdies, that for 5 minutes all the drinks are like half off or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, right there.
Hold on. where
So
we at?
people are rooting for birdies.
Yeah, where we at? Hold on. Where we rooting for birdies at?
14th hole.
14th hole. Okay.
So
Oh, it's that same one.
Same hole.
Okay.
This is our party hole. This is where you can have a lot of fun. The Bluff at 14. There were, I believe, 28 birdies last year. It is a tough hole, so
Yes.
it's challenging, but it happens. Every time there's a birdie, for 5 minutes, beers will drop to $5.
Cool, we locked
Right
in.
there on the 14th. So on the dock,
Yep.
which this year is presented by Southern Security, awesome partners. They made it even bigger. It's going to be awesome. And then on the other side, the left side of the green, Mick Ultra has a bar. And at those two locations, 5 minutes, there's a big ticker that'll go up. If both guys
Oh,
make
that's
it,
lit, bro.
it goes to 10 minutes.
That place last year.
It'll be a blast.
I don't know if I should say. I could say this, right? It doesn't matter. But that place,
I
right?
love that he knows what you're going to say.
No, he doesn't know. Right down the hill from Birdies and Bubbles, they gave away like Yetis.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rally
like the
towels.
real,
Koozies. No,
Cool.
Yeti.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeti koozies.
Hold on, bro. What was I at?
Just
Yeah,
out
I
of
don't know,
nowhere.
man.
They were like, hey, yeah, come down and get a Yeti koozie. And I was like, what?
And they'll have more this year. I don't know what they're giving away.
So cool.
Some rally
That's cool,
towels,
yeah.
some golf balls, some things like that. It's a ton of fun. One of the rally towels, it was sweet. I have it in my office. I should have brought y'all some. The iconic Hush Y'all, right? That's
Yeah.
what
Of
the
course, of
volunteers
course.
hold.
Yeah.
We had that, but Hush was crossed out and it said Get Loud. So
Oh,
it's a
wow.
Get Loud on the
Oh,
That's
so,
cool.
so people can get loud at the
Oh,
golf course this
yeah.
year?
That's the point.
They
man.
want it to be rowdy.
It do be people talking their head off at the golf course.
Look,
I ain't gonna lie.
golf has this connotation of a stuffy
Yep.
country club
Yes.
elite sport, and that is a piece of it. We've brought that upon ourselves. We feel at the event level, and particularly in Memphis, Tennessee, golf is so much more than that. It can be fun, and yes, you should be quiet when they're about to hit the golf shot, but as soon as they hit it, cheer, boo,
Have a good
have
time.
fun.
Yeah.
Take videos, have fun, post them online. It's an event.
The other thing that is so special about this tournament is obviously the spotlight that it puts on St. Jude. This is a very special year too because obviously the founder of FedEx passed away in Fred Smith. So this is all like I mean this is all going to be a very very big deal this year. Not only the spotlight on St. Jude, but obviously with the passing of Fred Smith and FedEx and a reminder of how much he meant to this community and the sports community. And with that, also, I told you about me and the kids setting up. We were there. There's a volunteer that was out there, and he had been there over 40-something years.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if you've got the tabs on who the longest running volunteer is now, but I mean, there are people that literally for the last 3 and 4 and 5 decades have dedicated this weekend to volunteering for this golf tournament because everybody there's a volunteer.
Yeah, isn't my guy that by the cart that's always there?
Oh yeah,
Was
right
he?
on 18, Jesse.
Yeah, he's always there.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen him for the last
Front
8
9,
years.
back 9.
Yeah.
You've got to have some of those people that have been there literally decades.
I bet over a third have been there longer than I've been alive. Hands
Unbelievable.
down. Hands down.
I mean, they were doing it at Colonial with like friggin' Lee Trevino was
yeah.
playing in it.
Every
Crazy.
5 years they do it. They get a new pin. So
Yeah.
5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and they collect them all. So you'll see on their either on their hat or on their shirt or on their lanyard.
It's
they've got
amazing.
pins. So that'll show how long they've been doing it. I believe the number or the longest is entering is 53rd. Either 53rd or 54th.
53rd
Yeah.
tournament.
That's a real OG. right there,
And we've been doing
Being a volunteer.
68. This will be our 68th year of professional golf in Memphis.
When did it become the Danny Thomas? Do you know?
Danny Thomas would have switched. It was the Memphis Memphis Open, I believe, first and foremost. That was 1958. The winner that year got $2,500. Now we're paying out $3.2 million. So little change.
Started from the bottom. Man.
Danny Thomas probably would have been
60s?
late 60s.
Late 60s.
And then they added St. Jude into it when they launched in the early 70s. FedEx came on board in 86 and haven't looked back since.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy. Have you got any like commitments from like any celebrities? I know last year we saw Cat Williams just walking around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Has anybody reached out saying like I'll be at the tournament?
I know Cat will be back. He loves it.
Cat, do
he's
you
got a home here? I didn't.
In South Haven.
He lives like on this like, big piece of land in South Haven.
He's got like a farm. He loves it.
With ducks.
He just walks around. He loves talking to people. He goes into the merch tent on his own, just buys stuff.
Wait, just like home like the day?
He just
We're
bops
like, "Hey,
around.
Cat, let us know. We'll go get you something. He's like, I got it.
Do you hear from people like that? Like if celebrities are coming in or no?
Usually we'll get a heads up. We have a team at headquarters for the PGA Tour that manage kind of our influencer relationships, and they'll have a good pulse on who's
And
coming.
you sound like you got a ton of media coming in too.
Always, yeah. We got media from around the world. This was, I think that's the biggest thing to me is people, the event's been here again 68 years, right?
Right.
And so everyone knows it exists. I don't know if everyone fully understands how big of a deal it is for our city to have the first event of the playoffs here at TPC Southwind.
Right.
200 countries around
Thanks,
the
Fred
world.
Smith.
Exactly. We would
for
not
real.
be here.
Rest
without
in
Fred.
peace,
I, for a man I've only met one time in my life, I would not be living in Memphis, Tennessee if it weren't for Fred. I can say that with full confidence.
Neither would any of us.
That's
Look
true,
behind
too.
you. Look behind you. It's FedEx Forum.
Exactly.
It's FedEx Forum for a
It's
reason.
FedEx Forum.
So it'll be, to your point, we'll find a few cool ways to honor him this year. Pretty big moment for him, and obviously the purple and orange right there in their backyard.
And so you got all kinds of people that are coming in from all
Yeah.
over. Who's broadcasting it this year? Is it CBS or
We're
is it
NBC.
NBC?
We're NBC this year. Yeah, we flip back and forth. The playoffs as a whole kind of rotate between the two of them. So we'll be on NBC. We got Dan Hicks and Kevin Kisner in the tower. But international media fly in from all over the world to cover it. Last year, so our champion, Hideki Matsuyama, international superstar, when he won, our event became the most watched golf tournament in Japanese television history.
Wow.
Random,
They mess
crazy,
with- they roll
odd,
with it, bro.
but that goes to show the magnitude of
No
having this
offense
event.
to Hideki, who I love.
He also won the Masters.
But bro,
Correct. Exactly.
Yeah, he won the Masters.
He had already won the
He had
Masters.
already
Bro,
won
the,
the
la-
Masters.
the
Surpassed
last
that.
champion I've been able to get on here was Zalatoris because ever since it's
Can't
been
speak English.
Yes.
Can't speak English.
No, Glover didn't make it.
Yeah.
Glover didn't make
And
it.
Answer left for live.
Left for live,
and,
yeah.
I mean, so like it's been since Zalatoris. I just need to catch a break on the
Yeah.
champion. I need to catch a break on the champion because usually they bring the champion in.
Yeah.
He walks around, goes and does all this stuff around town, shakes hands, kiss babies, whatever. But like we've had such a weird deal these
been
last
wacky.
3 years where Abe Answer left and Lucas Glover didn't make the top 70 the next year.
Yep.
Right? So it's
Yeah.
and so it's,
This will be the first year in
and Matsuyama doesn't speak English.
4 years, I think, that we have our defending champion playing in the field because Will was hurt. We got him to
that's
come
right.
out, but he was hurt, so he was just here helping us out doing some promo stuff. But he didn't even play because he had tweaked his back.
That's right.
So we have not had a defending champion in the field at least since 21.
And in fairness, Straka handed that to Zalatoris.
Man, that was crazy.
It's still one of the craziest moments in golf history.
We brought him here.
He
and
would have been the FedEx champion.
Will is, and this goes to show the difference between us amateurs and the guys that are wired at that level. So that day we were doing some promotion shoots with Will because he was hurt and he was a great guy and wanted to come help us out. I go to pick him up at Wilson Air. He walks off the plane holding a wedge. And I go, Will, what are you doing? We've got rental clubs. You didn't need to bring your own club. He goes, Joe, I have been thinking about hitting that golf shot that got lodged on the rocks, if you remember that.
Yes.
I've been thinking about that shot for a year.
His caddy saved his ass.
Correct. Brand new caddy, and he let him talk him out, pick it up, and go take a drop. Will still won. Let's set the record straight. Will won the tournament. So I go, all right, let's go do it. 6 for 6. He wedges that thing in there, pops it up, puts it on the green. Pops it up, puts it on the green. And he looks at me and goes, I made a mistake. I made the wrong call. I go, Will, you won. I handed you a check for $3.2 million. What do you mean you made a mistake? And his wife's like, let it go. This will bug him for the rest of his life. But they're just wired that way. They want to hit the hard shots in the tough moments, and he was convinced he could do it. And I went viral the next day. This was my first year.
Hitting it straight into the water.
Straight back into the water. And that was my legacy. My viral moment is putting a golf ball in the water.
And then Johnson Wagner took your bit.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. You know, I laid the foundation for him. You're welcome, Wagner. I know you're good friends with him.
Yeah, that's my guy.
That's all me.
All right, so it starts. People can start getting tickets right now.
Oh, yeah. Get them early. The price will keep going up as demand increases. But get your tickets, get your parking. FedExChampionship.com. All the information you could possibly need is on there.
And the tournament begins with the Pro-Am on Wednesday. It's the first time everybody can go out there. And then, obviously, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, be able to go out to the tournament.
Right now, I'm looking at tickets. If you want to buy a ticket right now, you can get them for $34, man.
$34.
$34 right now.
That's Wednesday.
Come on,
Great day
man.
for the family. Come out. Again, kids in free. I don't know how many times I can say that, which camera I'm going to say it to, but kids in
Y'all be
free.
checking IDs?
15 and under.
How you know?
You can't get in.
Oh.
You don't have it. You don't have.
you can't pass it. 15.
What do we
I'm
like?
sorry.
How do you like? How y'all checking IDs at the door? Like, yo,
You don't have an ID if you're 15, dumbass.
If you can drive yourself, you can get a ticket.
You can pull
That's
up. You can pull up, man. You know?
Hey, we're supporting the kids at St. Jude.
There we
If
go.
you want to go that
All
far,
right.
then
Yeah, you are a scumbag.
be on you.
He's Joe Tomaki, is the executive director of the FedEx St. Jude Classic. It begins next week here in Memphis. Thanks, Joe.
Appreciate it, boys.
Be back after this. Jessica Betts is going to join us in studio. Chris Vernon Show.
So let's start with the Job 3, the graffiti, New York versus New York.
New York.
That box is so
Yeah, that box is fresh. I'm actually happy to see a new box. Like, it's time.
Box
like,
is fresh.
The first and the second one with the same box. I see a
Yeah.
different box now. So yeah,
And
that's fresh.
And the graffiti letter A looks cool. Yeah, they look
that's
cool.
tight. I like that.
The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Scotty Scheffler ran away with the Open Championship this weekend. My God, this guy, he's not real. Have we reached the point with Scotty Scheffler where you don't have to care a thing about golf, but you still know there's a dude named Scotty Scheffler who is awesome at it?
He is solidified himself as one of the greats in the sport. At this point, probably of all time.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Have you always dreamed of entertaining on the biggest stage in Memphis? The Claw Crew is looking for members to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. Claw Crew members are hardworking, high-energy entertainers who assist Grizzlies home games by hyping up the crowd and much more. Not only do they support the Grizzlies at home games, but also promote in Memphis and across the Mid-South. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information and to register today.
What is the biggest Summer League accomplishments so far for this Grizzlies team.
Tuomas Isolo filling out his coaching staff. The Ryan Saunders hiring was essential. It was big time. You have a veteran NBA voice there.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
You've seen the Grizz line jamming on the court and rocking out on Beale Street, and this is your chance to join the best drum line in the NBA. Grizz line entertains Grizz Nation at home games and events in the Mid-South through their impressive techniques and energetic shows. If you have experience in drumming and marching and love entertaining, Grizz line is the perfect opportunity for you to combine percussion and performance. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Sign up today by visiting grizzlies.com/auditions.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
Bright and clear, my old folks and I drew near, just a village down in sunny Tennessee. I'd been speeding on that train that would bring me back again to that girl I left in
Back, Chris Vernon Show. Golf tournament right around the corner. Thanks to Joe Tomic for coming in studio. I saw your video, Jessica Benson, that you did about the FedEx St. Jude Classic last week as you were bopping around everywhere, and it reminded me of it's the reason I asked him about the whole half-price beers when somebody gets a birdie. Like, they are trying to make that thing a pretty cool atmosphere out there.
Yeah.
And even like these last years where Devin's come out there with me and loved it. That's when you know, because Devin couldn't care less about golf.
I just want the vibes,
He
bro.
just wants to walk around and people watch and have a good time. Like, they've done a very good job with making it fun, like, and making it cool and not like stuffy.
Well, I always tell people,
You know what I mean?
when I worked in local news, I had to go.
Right.
And it's the only thing going on. And
Yes.
you're just parked in your spot and you're drinking 100 water bottles and you're trying to survive.
Yep.
But I always enjoyed it from a working standpoint because it was fun to be outside, even though you were hot. And then leaving that and being able to go as a fan, like, now I genuinely choose to go every year.
Sure.
Because it's so fun. Like, we had one year
Fun.
where we were out of town and we were bummed. We had another year where a friend was trying to decide which weekend to come in. We're like, hey, you know what? The golf tournament's this weekend. If you're interested, I think you'd really enjoy it. And he wants to come back again another year. So it is the kind of thing where, yes, if you love golf, it's awesome because the access that just in terms of how close you are to the players is incredible. But then if you don't love golf, it does not matter. You can be Devin bopping around the course getting half off beers if there's a birdie.
Also, and I think this is a major part of it, the players are cooler now. Like, they are. They're younger and cooler, and they like,
Well,
you
you're
know what I
also
mean?
getting the bet. Like,
But it
remember when
always
used to
felt,
be a
it
thing of
always
like,
felt,
oh, I hope Phil Mickelson comes again.
It always felt like old rich guys
It
in
did.
khakis, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, No, like these guys like engage with
There's
fans.
not a
and
stuffiness
they
that
grew up
existed
listening to
10
rap
years
music
ago.
too, and it's like they're not.
Yeah.
They're not. You know what I mean? Like you relate a lot more to this crop of golfers than you did in years past, right? They feel a lot more like your peers than your parents.
Yeah.
That's what I'd
Absolutely.
say, right? All right, this
you
week
always
we're-
want to hang out with your peers, not your
right.
parents.
Yep, we're doing Ask my son.
Shout out to young William, man.
Yep. All right, tell me about this week. We're doing magazine covers in honor of Luca.
Yeah. So Roser texted me.
Yep.
Top 5 sports magazine covers of all time. Have I ever been able to limit something to top 5? No. We've created categories because it's too hard.
All right.
But I was a big magazine person. I was a big sports magazine person. I was a big entertainment magazine person when I was a kid. I do not read magazines often. My husband makes fun of me. I have a GQ subscription because they had some really good, they have
Used
really
to
good
have articles.
And I got sick of getting blocked online of running out of my free articles. So one day I was like, okay, how much is a GQ subscription? And it's like $50 for a year. And I got a free hat with it. And I always forget to cancel it. So every month we get our GQ. And he's like, here's your GQ magazine that you're not going to read this month. But I did read this month. It was the stars of the F1 movie.
There you go.
And if I hadn't read it, I wouldn't have known that Brad Pitt did his own stunts in that movie.
There you
so
go.
There you go.
And just we were talking
paid for
earlier.
paid for the subscription.
The premise of it behind is, are we going to remember this Luca magazine cover?
Okay.
Will
all
we
right,
remember this?
All right. I say sports magazine cover. What is the first thing that comes to your mind?
The very first ESPN the magazine.
Who's on it?
Who's on it?
Kobe Bryant, Eric Lindros, Alex Rodriguez, and who?
Oh, it's
was
like next?
It's the next. It was the very first issue. Yeah.
All right. I say sports magazine. What do you think?
First one.
Cordell Stewart. Cordell Stewart.
Straight
was
to
the
my brain is probably the Chris Douglas Roberts Chris Lofton photo. Remember that cover?
Yeah.
I remember that vividly. When it was 1 versus 2. I don't know
The
why.
first one that came to my mind is the chick that took. I shouldn't say.
It's Brandy Chastain.
Yes.
That would be mine.
Really?
And it's on the side. Yes.
The
that would
shirt
be
off.
mine.
The
Yeah.
shirt off with
That's
the
a good one, yeah.
I mean, that was like an iconic sports photo.
Yes. It then turned. It went from being.
You
on the
knew as
cover
soon as
of
I said the
SI.
chick
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
She's
I was like,
yeah.
oh yeah, it's the Brandy Chastain moment.
Yes. Yeah.
That was on my like wall in PE class in elementary school. Like it was like I don't know if it was a Nike ad at some point, but like be like her.
was.
You too can be an athlete, young girl, in
Right.
the beginning of the women in sports
Yep.
movement back in the 90s, 2000s.
Brandy
so yes,
Chastain.
the Brandy Chastain Sports Illustrated is on my list.
All right,
of
give us your
Sports
list. I wanna
Illustrated.
see
So
it.
These are the Sports Illustrated ones that I think of without having to research.
All right.
It's the Brandy Chastain.
Yep.
It is the Miracle. The
Oh,
hockey
for
team.
sure. Yes.
the
There's a
Miracle.
They're
great
throwing
cover
this
of that.
stuff all up in the air, right? That's
Yes.
iconic.
So
yes.
there's the
that's
Miracle
legendary.
moment. It is the LeBron James, the chosen one.
I remember that one too. That was a big one.
That was a
yeah.
big deal.
Because we've
It
seen it a lot
was.
since too.
Because it's not just the
People
picture.
recreated it.
Like in
Yeah.
this one, the chosen one, and then what this ends up turning into in LeBron James,
That's fair.
greatest of all time, is like a pretty great segue from how it all began on a cover of a Sports Illustrated magazine. And then I always think of Larry Bird's first Sports Illustrated photo
Oh,
shoot.
the one
where
that
he's
Doug
with the
McDermott
cheerleaders.
redid?
Yes.
With the cheerleaders?
Yes, and it's like that old school jersey.
Yep.
It's the color scheme. It's like, look at that. Like that looks like an old magazine cover. Like, we don't make them like
Old
this anymore.
porno.
We're
No,
not
we
allowed
don't.
to.
Instead of porno.
Like a porno.
So those are the Sports Illustrated ones that always come to my mind first. And then Rose and I were talking earlier, like they're old, college basketball preview magazines. There was always something.
The
every
March
year.
Madness one's cool
Yeah,
every
like,
year
I remember
because
a
they
Fab
do
Five
something from
one.
every team all over it. Yeah.
So those were special.
Except for when Memphis made the Final Four in 1985, and they
Yeah.
left us off.
They left us
It was
off.
all the Big East teams.
Because I have the
rough.
one from the 72-73 one because it's Bill Walton is
Yeah.
massive, and then they have little circles of a player, and it's Larry Keenan on ours. And I do still have the
who we just saw at Tony's
who we just saw
Hall
at
of
Tony
Fame
Allen's Hall of
induction.
Fame with. Yeah,
Larry
Tennessee
Keenan
Sports
was
Hall of
there.
Fame.
Was there.
He's still alive and kicking.
And I still have the I do have the Bo Jackson in a Memphis Chicks jersey.
I do
Sports
too.
Illustrated.
I
I,
have that
still
one.
have that one.
I have that one because Memphis has only been on the cover a couple times.
Yeah, only a couple times.
So Roser's challenge, after he posed this as the
Yep.
idea for this week, he said they can't all be Sports Illustrated. I
Okay.
said that, no problem.
All right.
Yeah.
Because when he even brought it up the first time, it wasn't all going to be Sports Illustrated. The Allen Iverson slam cover, the greatest slam cover of all time. Allen Iverson is Soul on Ice.
Oh, I
This
got
would have
that-
been on
I
my
got
list
that
before he
downstairs.
even told me
T-shirt.
I couldn't just have it.
They made
That's
the
a
T-shirt of
great
this.
I got that one downstairs.
magazine cover. Like,
Amazing.
come on.
That is
It makes
an
A
amazing
great
magazine
magazine cover makes a great poster, and this makes a great poster, or
Yes.
a T-shirt, or a hoodie, or like whatever you want to put it on. It's going to be made better. So this
You
was
still see people wear
excellent.
they still sell those T-shirts on their
Yes.
website.
When I think late '90s basketball,
Yep.
I think
Allen
that's it.
Iverson.
That's as cool as it gets.
I also love the Larry Johnson, which I believe was the first NBA sport slam. It might have been the first slam cover ever.
Oh wow!
But I love
super
this.
old
He's in the
school, dog.
Converse, like.
It says premiere issue.
Yeah, well, okay, so it is the first one. I think it's a great.
Who else does it say on there?
Barkley,
Blind.
King without a
Shaq,
crown,
Shaq Robinson,
Shaq Robinson,
Jason
Ewing,
Kidd.
Warning, Olajuwon.
This is Jason Kidd's
Yeah.
crazy Mac moves.
Crazy with a K.
Yeah,
Crazy
with a
Mad
K is
Move.
crazy.
Kentucky's Blue
Madness.
What year was this?
And then
font
your
is
flamboyant sneaks.
What year was this?
This font is nasty.
It says
91,
the
92?
in-your-face basketball magazine.
I like that. The
So
font is
Kentucky,
nasty,
if
but
it's
the
Kentucky's
concept is
Blue,
dope.
that would have
94.
been
It's 94.
that would have been the year after
94.
Jamal Mashburn.
Number one. That is a good trivia question. Who was on the first Slam magazine?
Yeah, it
I
is.
don't think a lot of people would guess Larry Johnson.
Nobody.
But we used to have,
Grandmama.
we used to
He
have fun
was
with
a
fonts.
big
Oh,
deal,
They were
man.
getting freaky with the fonts
Grandmama.
back then, bro. They were just like
Yeah.
playing with fonts back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
And then I love this Penny Slam cover. Like, I think this is so fun.
Oh wow.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. So that's the
The
95,
Jordan and the
96
45?
preview.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah,
Reggie
Jordan
Miller
wearing the
goes
full
off.
Muggsy steps up.
Steps up.
Don't sweat the technique, Penny
Wow.
Hardaway. Oh, that's tough, bro. That's real hip hop basketball magazine.
So those
Look
are
at
the
Kerry
slams.
Kittles being featured on the bottom. It says Kerry
Shout out
Kittles.
Kerry Kittles, man.
Then we go with some other category of sports. There's a lot of Muhammad Ali covers of magazines. Like there's an SI one, there's an ESPN one. This cover of him on Esquire usually makes the list of like, most iconic magazine covers, period, not just in sports of all time. This was from 1968.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
That is
Wow.
Yeah, that's
But sometimes they call this the photograph that made Muhammad Ali into a martyr. And I think it's
Esquire.
cool. Yeah.
Huh.
Esquire magazine. So that's a good one. Time came up with Linsanity. And I always think, like, when a magazine...
Time magazine did?
It was... Some people say it was New York Times. Some people say it was Time.
Oh.
But the one that comes up if you put Linsanity is this Time magazine cover. And obviously that was an entire movement. So
He was on the cover of Time?
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's still a thing. Like to be on the
Yes.
cover of Time magazine.
Yeah.
That's
You know what's funny when you just said about it still being a thing? When I remember when Hootie and the Blowfish were on it, that was like the biggest deal ever.
Yeah.
Because it was like bands just aren't on the
Yeah.
cover of Time. Right? It's usually political figures or people that matter.
Yes.
Right? Not athletes or
No,
musicians.
political
Not
figures
Hootie
are
and the
usually
Blowfish.
yes.
Yeah.
My boy Darius Rucker. and
Fun
them.
fact, one of my mom's longest, dearest friends, he's no longer with us, he was on the cover of Time magazine as a model. He had like a surgical mask on and he was a doctor and it was a story on medicine. And so it hung in his apartment.
Oh,
and, like, I have
wow.
a picture of this and I would always be like, that's my mom's friend Bill. I was like, did you know he was on the cover of Time magazine? He was also
Time
the Johnny
magazine.
Walker man.
Wow.
Yeah. So shout out Bill McHugh. He was a real one. But yeah, you didn't see a ton of sports people on Time magazine. So the fact that Jeremy Lin.
I would tell everybody that.
Oh, for sure. I would put it on a t-shirt, bro.
She said, yeah.
Did you
I was
know?
on the cover of Time
I would
magazine.
wear
you
that
know?
t-shirt every day.
Yeah. Is Time magazine still around?
Yeah,
it's still
it's
30.
still a
It's still
thing.
30.
Yeah, to be on that. They still do. Do they?
Oh,
don't
that's
they,
right, because they just did their top 100
They
podcast or
yeah.
whatever and
Yeah.
didn't put like Joe Rogan.
didn't
and,
put
like,
Joe Rogan
they didn't-
on it, and it's
or-
like, oh.
well, they didn't put all manner of like.
Yeah, there's a
Pardon My
lot-
Take wasn't on. Like
Yeah.
a bunch of the ones that are the most successful ones. A lot
Yeah.
of them didn't get on it, so I saw people bitching about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
This ESPN magazine of Michael Jordan after this was like in the
Oh,
midst
yeah.
of
That's a great
retirement
one.
questions. I just think this is a great shot.
It
like the
is.
use of the all-white magazine. You see him,
The shadow,
silhouette.
yeah.
It's just a good piece of
Super
art,
cool.
good graphic design
Yeah, it
by
is.
whoever
It is.
created this one.
Make for sure
Speaking of
cool.
ESPN the magazine, RIP The Body. Do you remember the Body editions of ESPN
Yes, I do.
magazine?
Trust me, I do remember just.
Because this was Ezekiel Elliott on the cover of The Body, the magazine,
what the?
2017.
Gonna pick somebody else. Why
We
do you
don't
pick
do
him?
fun things
It was
anymore.
so
you
it
pick
was
him?
supposed to be
I also
their
have OBJ.
like.
Can you pick? Come on now.
I remember
Look at
Brooks
OBJ.
Koepka was on there.
It was like
he got OBJ?
Vincent Will. They
I don't
had
wanna see
Vincent
OBJ.
Wilfork in there, I believe.
Yeah.
Who is that?
OBJ.
OBJ.
Oh, it is?
It was supposed to be their modern take on the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, except we're
I thought
using
they were actually
athletes.
a cool thing.
And
The body issue is kind of legit.
The body's
Yeah.
cool because
Y'all
they
want to do
are
a GCM version?
the most fit. They should put Luca.
Hell no.
They should bring back the
Yes.
body and put Luca on the cover of the body edition.
Come on, let's go.
You don't either.
Don't do that. No one wants the GCM.
Yeah,
the
come
GCM
on, bro.
calendar.
It's not
No.
Come on.
Let's go, bro.
You just
Stop
tune
talking
into-
like you look like Ezekiel
Trust
Elliott.
me, I can't.
Just
If
tune
we got
into
body
nobody
issue going, I'm gonna be like,
Nobody wants to look at your body.
I'm
All
gonna
you
be like
gotta
this
do
and that.
is tune into the Jessica Benson show. CJ may take his shirt off
That's
at some
true.
point. You never
Hey,
know.
on
when that's
any
gonna
given
happen.
day.
GCM body issue, I'm down, bro. I don't know about y'all.
Okay, so when I say magazine cover in
Listen to
general,
Come on, bro.
do you have a magazine cover that comes to your mind just of like famous magazine covers of all time, not sports?
Famous magazine covers of all time, non-sports. I'm trying to think of.
Non-sports. Oh snap! It's probably like a Time one. It gotta be like a Time magazine.
I'm sure I do, but it's.
Let me give you a couple. How about Janet Jackson?
Was that
on the cover of
Vietnam? Was
Rolling
that
Stone?
Vietnam photo one? Was that on the cover?
Oh, I don't know. See, that's the thing too. Sometimes you have like
Yeah,
iconic
some of those,
photos
like
in
those, like-
history.
yeah,
There's
right.
a National Geographic of a woman with like the most. It's a story about Afghanistan, and I always think of that woman. But I didn't
Yeah,
go.
well,
I didn't
give
go
me some of
history.
them. Give me some-
Janet Jackson, upper right corner.
Oh,
I didn't
for
do it
sure,
on purpose,
yeah.
but that is iconic.
Yes, you're right.
That
And
upright
so-
corner is a yes.
Oh, also.
Never seen that one.
Britney Spears' cover of Rolling Stone also made my list
look,
of iconic.
For us, I mean, like this is. I mean, if you grew up in the '90s,
Yes.
Elle McPherson and Kathy Ireland
Yeah.
both
Oh, there you go.
covers of the swimsuit issue.
Look, she's holding a Teletubby.
That's an iconic
See
one
that
right
all
there
the time.
too.
Yeah.
Also, Cher,
that's a
back
good
on
photo.
top, forever not. Norm Macdonald, ready or not.
Yeah.
Bill Meyer.
Bill Maher, what
What
he
he
won't
won't
say
say
on
on
TV.
TV? Oh wow.
And Lost Tribes of the Amazon. You know, they had real range in Rolling Stone back in the day.
Didn't Marilyn Manson have one?
Yeah.
He had a
Britney
Rolling
Spears,
Stone
man.
cover, like, cause he was.
Yeah.
Some
That
on
was a
my
big
on
deal.
like I follow like some of these like '90s rock accounts,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
one of these reels popped up, and it was Marilyn Manson's VMA performance of the Beautiful People, and it's like, bro, if this happened today, this would still scare the crap out of people.
Hell yeah.
Like he is
He's terrifying.
dude, terrifying.
Yes.
Rolling Stone also had the John Lennon, Yoko Ono.
Oh,
like, where
yeah,
he's like
yeah,
the
yeah.
naked baby
That's
type thing
right.
and like the position with her.
You
I
know
always,
she's still alive.
there, that one.
She's still alive.
Yeah, she is.
They, you know, if you go
We're
on
gonna
the,
get those
we didn't do it this time,
biopics.
but the last time we were in New York, we did that carriage ride around Central Park, and they stopped
Oh, yeah.
at the, you know, where the
Dakota.
Imagine thing is, and they show she still lives in the same apartment.
Yeah.
That's weird as hell to me.
I think she's in the Dakota. It's the Dakota and the
Dakota
San Diego.
building.
But you can go have a drink in the Dakota bar.
But that's super crazy.
Yeah.
If my husband
Yeah.
got shot outside, I would not
wanna
want.
move?
I would move.
You'd move.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I would.
I think it's weird.
I thought when we started doing this exercise, we had the People magazine with Princess Diana on it after she died. I remember it being like on our coffee table for a year. But it was I think it came out the month after she died, and it's just this black and white picture
Oh,
of her. It
yeah.
was very beautiful.
That is famous.
Also, one of the most unfortunate barcode placements on a magazine, but like you have to put it where you do. Demi Moore pregnant on the cover of Vanity Fair. We did not
I remember that.
We did not see
that was like a
pregnant
controversy,
women.
right?
Yes,
Yeah.
because we never saw. Think about it. Every woman who now does a pregnancy shoot can go back and thank
Yeah.
Demi Moore for
Demi
being on the
Moore
cover
for
of Vanity
doing
Fair
it.
because we
That
used
was
to
a
hide
thing.
it. It wasn't a thing to like
Yeah.
be
That's
right.
celebrated. And then she went out and was like completely naked with her pregnant belly on the cover of Vanity Fair. There's a magazine called High Times that Snoop Dogg's on the cover of that I found when I was doing this exercise, which I found
Is
very.
he smoking a blunt?
I wonder if they still make High Times.
Do you think?
Yeah. They got the photo. I want to see this.
Yeah.
Oh, the Death Row one.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
The Death Row
Yes, the Death Row one.
With Suge
yes.
Knight and Dre and Tupac and whatever. Like that was an
That's the
iconic.
Vibe. It's the Vibe magazine.
They're-
The high.
that's
no.
Vibe.
That's the Vibe magazine.
That's
joint.
Vibe?
That's Vibe magazine.
Yeah.
joint, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what still they make a T-shirt like
That-
that's a T-shirt.
yes.
That's the
yeah,
Vibe magazine joint.
Yeah.
That was a massive magazine cover
Yeah.
that you still
Yeah.
see to this day.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Death Row one.
High Times is still, yeah.
Is High Times still in publication?
At least it's a website.
Barely.
Like I don't know if you can I don't know if they deliver to your door, but it's a website. Yeah.
And then we'll go full circle. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie and their kids were on the cover of W, and I remember it was a huge deal because it came out before his divorce was finalized with Jennifer Aniston.
God.
And now they are no longer either. So, but that's like what takes me back to when pop culture was at its magazine peak.
Yep.
Like, magazines mattered because that's how stories broke. Now we have everything.
I know.
You guys probably never followed E! News, but E! News went down this week. Like they're ending E! News after however many years on the air. We used to need things like magazines and TV shows to keep up with culture, and now you don't need it anymore.
That show's gone?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
R.I.P.
Well, it's only a matter of time before Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah, and like
It's
extra
where you're
Access
not going to need
Hollywood.
Entertainment Tonight
The
at
TMZ
all.
show I think will continue because they do like a really good job of making it new and current. But yeah, it's just like at the end of a time.
Yeah, it's just too
Yeah.
instant
Just like
now,
magazines.
right? If anything happens, you've got, you
Yeah.
could search for anything and
Yeah.
find out all about it. I watched that movie last night, and
Which
then,
one?
man, I fell down a wormhole. Have you watched Where Is Amy Bradley?
Oh, I've watched Where Is Amy Bradley? Amy Bradley is missing.
That is, oh yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it's called. Amy Bradley is missing.
Yeah, I have not watched
It's
it
like
yet.
it's
but
in the
it's
crazy.
Netflix.
Yes.
It's
We watched all 3 episodes right, and we couldn't
Me
stop.
too!
We never do that with
Wait, it's called
docuseries.
Where Is Who?
It's called
Amy Bradley is
Amy
missing.
Bradley is missing. It's about a girl that is missing from a cruise ship.
Since 1998.
Yes.
Wait, she's been missing that long?
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta watch it.
I'll tap in.
They've
It's
never found
crazy.
her.
Yeah.
It's a crazy story, to say the least.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
and the best part, and even for short attention spans, all the episodes, it's 3 episodes, and they're like 40 minutes.
That's right down my alley.
So I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing back to back to back. But the point is, then you fall down the wormhole.
Yes.
And then I just start reading about theories and watching people's videos about theories or whatever.
Have you seen her brother's
And I
theory?
did the same thing. I was telling them when I watched White Lotus season 3. I liked listening to people talk about it more than I liked the actual show.
Yeah. I listen to podcasts about my favorite shows,
Yes.
so I feel that.
Yeah.
Like I listen to The Ringer on
But that's-
White Lotus
but
because
that-
I like the theories,
right.
and then it becomes like, you used to have to go to Reddit,
Yes.
or message boards, and now you have podcasts about it.
Bro, if you just on TikTok or Instagram, whatever, you just search Amy Bradley, you'll find a million people talking about it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I ended up on my algorithm put me on Amy Bradley TikTok 3 or 4 nights ago, and I was on it for
Amy
45
Bradley or
minutes.
Karen Reed, which is bigger?
Oh no, the Amy Bradley thing right now.
The Amy Bradley thing is infinitely more interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think disappearing from a cruise ship and nobody still knowing,
Correct.
I think that is
Yes.
It's
And
like
the
there's
various,
only,
various potential
Yes.
encounters that have happened since.
There's people that say
are
they've seen
insane.
her.
Multiple.
You gotta watch
With
it.
very
I'm watching
specific
this. I'm
stories.
watching
People that
this.
said that she disappeared, and those people said that they've seen her
Yes.
since. She just-
Yes. With description of.
Yes.
Yeah, that's wicked. I'm gonna
It's,
tap- I'm gonna tap
and
in.
it's you gotta watch it.
Yeah. I'll
It's
watch
called
this.
Amy Bradley's Busy. It's if nothing else,
nothing else to
there's
do.
no.
It will hook you every episode where you're like, I have to finish.
Is
Yes.
it's not a slow burn, right?
No.
No,
Because I
It's
no,
right
you're
in
right off
there.
the bat.
I'm
and
gonna fall asleep.
And here's the other thing: it leads to. It's unlike many other shows where it's like you could have a 3-hour conversation about it. Like seriously, like you could just talk about and all the different parts of it and all the different characters that are involved in this whole crazy mystery. And the other thing is it's like a capsule in time because you see it was on Unsolved Mysteries and it was on Dr. Phil and it was on all these other things in a different time. So it happens pre-internet.
Yeah.
But then the internet obviously evolves and then it gets a whole nother life. This Amy Bradley is missing because of there's even a website, Amy Bradley is missing. And it's it's super fascinating. And the other thing about it is I will just tell you that if you watch it, I think Jessica will agree, you will never forget it.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. There's a lot of true
And
crime
I will
stuff
never
that
go
will-
on a cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to watch it.
You ruined
then.
cruises
I'm
forever.
supposed to go on
Between
one
the
next
poop
year.
cruise
You're
documentary
going?
next year.
Oh, God. No.
I've never been on one.
No.
My uncles
no chance.
gave Chris and I, they surprised us this summer. They're like, we want to take you on an Alaska
I'm never
cruise. I'm like,
going on
that's awesome. And now I've watched 2 cruise documentaries that have furthered my reasoning of why I've never been on a cruise up to this point in my
You've
life.
got an abduction and poop.
Yeah, I'm
It's
good.
horrible.
Never mind. I'm supposed to be going on a cruise next year. Maybe I shouldn't watch this.
You are?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be.
I told my mom not to watch it. I was like, if you're
Yeah,
ever thinking of going on a cruise, you should not watch
I don't want
this.
to.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't because I don't want to be looking around when I'm on this.
The other thing is you can't anyway. You don't have Netflix.
Oh, hey, comfort. Actually, bro,
You got
I am
Netflix?
back in the door. I will show y'all right now. Look at that. Watch that.
Wow.
Bong bong.
Oh, watch it.
Hey, we didn't
Look
hear
at
the
that.
bong bong.
I'm
Oh, we
in
did.
there.
Oh, he's
Look at that.
in.
Look at that. What is that?
God dang,
Look at that.
whoever's you're using has
Yeah.
got 10 accounts on there.
We're back in. Exactly. We back in the door. We back on Netflix, bro. I ain't gonna tell you who put me on, but shout out
Dude,
my mom.
I got so mad last night because I started my own Netflix account because my family bastardized mine.
Hate when that
The
happens.
algorithm gets screwed up.
Yeah.
So I started it from scratch and it was perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I got on there last night and I scrolled down and it said, because you watched Cat and something, and it's like that old Nickelodeon Ariana Grande show, Cat and something. What is the name of it?
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about.
Because you watched Cat and something. I said, I for sure did not watch Cat and something. Sam and Cat.
Yeah, Sam and
I
Cat.
didn't watch Sam and Cat.
Yeah.
And why did somebody watch Sam and Cat? It clearly says Big Bad Dada next to mine.
Big Bad
The
Dada.
real BBD.
Yes, with the mean-looking avatar, so that nobody will scroll to it.
Big bad dad.
Yeah,
BBD, man.
that's what it says. And it said because you watch Sam and Cat, and I'm like, oh, this is bogus. I got to start over.
You got to start over again.
You ruined my ass.
My
and then there was another one. It was like, oh, you like food shows? I'm like, no, not really. I don't. I like
is
true
this
crime.
cake start showing up again?
I like documentaries, true crime, sports crap, and funny, silly movies. I don't.
Not Sam and Cat.
Not Sam and Cat.
Bro. Because now it's offering me.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to watch Beethoven? Not really.
No. Yeah.
I don't want to watch
No,
Beethoven.
I don't.
I don't really want to watch Beethoven.
Hey, you know what you should
I
watch?
want to watch
Beethoven's a good movie.
Fine, but
Beethoven's a good movie.
No.
Donate on Beethoven.
No, but I want to watch like Untold Swamp Kings or whatever.
Hey,
Actually, I don't want to watch
you
that.
should watch
the
the
daughter's
speaking of-
name in that movie is Rice. I've never heard of a kid
Speaking
named
of
Rice.
stuff to watch, you should watch The Unreal. I watched all 5 episodes
Oh,
last night. I watched
saw-
all 5 episodes last
Amazing.
night. Bro, I was up to 2:30 a.m. last night.
I've seen a lot of clips on
Bro,
Twitter.
It is amazing.
Yeah, I've seen
And
a lot
like,
of
I know
clips.
some people say they don't want to see how the barbecue sauce is made, how the food is made.
Yep.
But I think the way they tell it, bro, it's
I've seen a lot of clips.
So
It's a
dope.
matter of time before they do this. They've leaned into the entertainment that is entertainment for a while. We do have some breaking
You got some breaking news. Some wild, some
Gilbert
wild
Arenas,
breaking news.
Gilbert Arenas and 5 other defendants, including a suspected high-level member of an Israeli transnational organized crime group, were arrested today on federal indictment alleging they operated an illegal gambling business in which high-stakes poker games were played at an Encino mansion owned by Arenas.
I thought it was sent out.
And all those people have nicknames.
This is
by
on the
way.
Justice Department's website. Like, it's the
Yeah,
United States
it's
Justice
real.
Department.
They all have nicknames. The 4 people that get arrested with them, they all have like fake, like real, like
Yeah.
nicknames. Like
and they're all European
they're
names.
all European. One of them suspected organized crime figure from Israel.
You also have a lot of famous people that are involved with that podcast, and you have a lot of guests.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they're just getting the. This is kind of like bringing down the bookie rather than bringing down the gamblers, right? They don't blame the people that partook
No,
as
they got
much
the
as
big
they
fish.
did.
They
got
got
the
what
big
they
ones.
wanted.
Yep, they got what they wanted.
It says Arenas, aka Agent Zero.
Oh God.
And one of the people's names, aka Eugene, aka YC. These folks got nicknames, bro. These real people in this story.
Yeah. Press release by the Department of Justice.
Here's the other thing, dude.
That's scary. as hell.
Here's the other thing. Like, you 100% hosted these poker games.
Oh, 1,000%.
They're at your house. Like it says a mansion owned by you.
It's
It's
5
like
years
Molly's
in federal
game.
prison.
Yeah, it is. It's
It's Molly's
Yeah.
game, bro.
Yeah.
He got flat. Also, you got more breaking news. Shannon Sharp has now been officially fired, cut ties with by ESPN.
Oh, that was.
Yeah.
I bet he ends up with Barstool.
It's official now.
I could see that.
I bet he does.
He had the volume
I could
deal
see
for
that.
I bet he ends up with Barstool.
Is that a?
I saw his interview with Portnoy and was talking about it, and I bet he does.
Yeah.
Same way that Dion did once upon a
John
time, and John
Gruden.
Gruden, and yeah, I bet he does.
Yeah.
And they they host his stuff,
Yeah.
right?
That's a smart move by Barstool.
I bet they do.
And you could get him and Gruden to do stuff together too. Like, yeah.
Club Shay
Big
Shay.
personality.
Club Shay Shay and Club Shay Shay's got like super potential, especially with him and Chad.
Yeah.
They got big potential to even make even more.
Yeah.
Gilbert Arenas going to prison.
He might.
Unbelievable.
Sentenced
His
to
son's
5
just
years
about to
in
go to
federal
college.
prison.
His son is out
Bro,
for
his
like
son's out
6
for the
to 8
season.
months.
Yeah,
his son's gonna be out.
remind
No, he messed up his knee.
He messed up his knee
Gilbert
because
talking about-
USC can never have one of their.
He survived the car wreck and then got hurt.
No, so
Yes.
Gilbert was saying like he got hurt because he was working out too much. He was like, bro, he was running stairs.
Oh my god.
And like his fourth fight, he was like, bro, I told him sit down.
Isn't it the it's the meniscus?
He messed up his meniscus.
Yeah.
And
Doing a
clearly,
workout.
if he's out 6 to 8
Yeah.
months, they're doing the what they did with Jared.
Yeah.
They've got to be repairing it, not
it
just
rather than
He was like, bro, he was like, I was trying to tell
Yeah,
him.
when you're that young, you don't snip
Yeah,
it.
you don't snip
because then you get bone on bone, and it just shortens your career so much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Gilbert Arenas wilding out,
He
man.
was our highest recruit since.
The Gilbert Arenas
Since
thing is
Isaiah Collier.
crazy. What about Bronny?
Yeah, put respect on Brian.
Hey, isn't the other bronze kid's going to be at Arizona this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bryce James.
The Dallas Mavericks have not leaked all the negative stories about Luka Doncic per Mark Spears. What is happening? What are we doing?
right.
What are we doing?
What a day.
Then who did? Gilbert Arenas is hosting high-level. I mean, it's kind of crazy that they would be taking down high-level poker games, high-stakes poker games.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean, that's been going on since literally the 20s.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a new crime.
You know who don't play, bro? The United States District Attorney's Office.
And you know who else doesn't play?
Well, you got a PR for
you know who else doesn't play? And this is what we learned from the Morris twin thing. These gambling companies, now that it is illegal and above board and regulated, the illegal stuff is getting hammered.
Yeah.
Right? They want their money.
Yep.
They want their cut.
Yep.
Used to always just be all underground. Now, that's big billion-dollar business.
Yep.
And so now it's like, no, you don't get to do illegal gambling anymore because gambling's legal.
Yeah. And by the way, why are you trying to steal money from Vegas?
Or
the place
there's-
where like all the
with
Vegas-
markers.
Yeah. What is
Or
wrong
there's
with you?
or there's a couple of people
You
that
can
are
go to
in that high
Southland.
stakes poker game that they want intelligence information from,
Right.
and this is
you're
how
right,
we
bro.
have leverage over you
You
now.
want to steal from a casino? You steal from a smaller joint.
Yeah.
Not the biggest ones in the world.
Unbelievable. All right, it's gonna do it for today's show. Thanks to Jessica Benson. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to John Rose across the glass. Thanks to Jalen back in the studio. Until tomorrow. We got.